If you're watching this, chances are you're at least a little skeptical about cryptocurrency. But cryptography and the science behind it is nothing new. It's one of the oldest tools humans have used to protect secrets on battlefields, in royal courts, and even in high school classrooms. Cryptography isn't some glitch in the system. It's part of the human story, a natural evolution of how we communicate, build trust, and secure information. To understand crypto, the real kind, you have to understand where it came from. And to do that, let's start somewhere a little more relatable. Alex and Jordan are back with us and are bored in 8th grade social studies. So they start passing notes. But not just any note. This one reads, Zerg Nsgif B. Jordan smirks. It's a Caesar cipher, specifically a rot 13, meaning you rotate each letter 13 places and you go from this to this. It's low stakes fun, but it turns out this classroom cipher is a direct descendant of the codes that shaped empires, won wars, and got a queen executed. Julius Caesar used a letter shift cipher to send military messages. It wasn't secure for long, but it worked, and the first cipher is named after him for it. Centuries later, Al-Kindi, a 9th century Arab mathematician, figured out how to break ciphers. He used frequency analysis, the idea that certain letters appear more often than others. Since E is the most common letter in English, spotting that pattern cracks the code. This wasn't just code writing anymore, it was code breaking, and it would change history. In 1586, Mary, Queen of Scots, was under house arrest. Her supporters sent her encrypted letters plotting to overthrow her cousin, Queen Elizabeth. Elizabeth's spies cracked the cipher using frequency analysis. That was all the proof they needed, and Mary was beheaded. A broken code changed the monarchy and the future of Britain. To stay ahead of codebreakers, cryptographers turned to the Vigenère cipher, a clever system that used multiple Caesar shifts based on a keyword. It stumped codebreakers for centuries, but eventually patterns emerged. In the 1800s, Frederick Kasiski figured out how to crack it. Lesson learned: no code stays unbreakable forever. During World War II, Germany used the Enigma machine, which scrambled messages in billions of ways. At Bletchley Park, Alan Turing and his team built machines to find Enigma's settings. Their success shortened the war and helped invent modern computing. Until the 1970s, the strength of a code often depended on keeping a shared keyword or machine setting secret, but that same shared secret was also its greatest weakness. That was until two researchers named Diffie and Hellman asked, how could two people communicate securely without ever sharing a secret? In answering that question, they kicked off the idea of public key cryptography. To show how this concept works in practice, let's bring in Alex and Jordan, currently doing the long-distance relationship thing. Alex locks a message in a box and sends it to Jordan. No one can unlock the box, even Jordan. Jordan adds his lock to the box and sends it back. Alex removes her lock and sends it back to Jordan. Finally, Jordan removes his lock and can now open the box and read the message. No key was ever shared, and yet the message stayed secure. In 1977, three researchers, Ron Rivest, Adi Shamir, and Leonard Adelman, figured out how to make the locked box idea work in the digital space using real math. They created a system called RSA, named after their initials, and it became the first practical way to do public key encryption at scale. Here's how it connects to our locked box example. Remember how Jordan and Alex sent a locked box back and forth without ever sharing their actual key? RSA does the same thing, but instead of padlocks, it uses math based on prime numbers. RSA starts by taking two large prime numbers and multiplying them together. It's easy, and computers do it instantly. But reversing the process, figuring out the original primes from the giant number, is almost impossible, unless you know the secret. This is the mathematical version of a one-way padlock. Easy to lock, but nearly impossible to unlock without the key. Alex can use Jordan's public key to lock the message, but only Jordan's private key, derived from those secret primes that only he knows, can unlock it. The genius of RSA is that it lets you lock the box for anyone, but only the right person can open it. No need to meet in secret or mail a key ahead of time. This breakthrough changed everything. Suddenly, encryption wasn't just for spies and generals. It became the foundation of digital security, from your online banking to secure websites, to messaging apps, and eventually to cryptocurrency. While RSA was a breakthrough, it was also slow. In fact, too slow to encrypt large files or full conversations. Then came PGP, or Pretty Good Privacy, which made it faster by using RSA only for the key exchange and then switching to symmetric encryption, a much faster method to actually encrypt the message. RSA handled the handshake, symmetric encryption handled the heavy lifting. That clever combo made Pretty Good Privacy not just powerful, but practical. Its creator, Phil Zimmermann, packaged it into software and released it for free. Suddenly, anyone could encrypt their emails and data with military-grade protection. Governments considered it dangerous, a reaction we've seen before. Zimmermann was investigated for exporting munitions of all things, just for sharing code online. But the code kept spreading. PGP proved that strong encryption wasn't just for governments anymore. The public now had encryption, and they weren't giving it back. That Caesar cipher in social studies? It seemed like a joke at the time. But for Alex and Jordan, it was their first glimpse into something much bigger. A world where secrets shape history and math becomes power. Because codes don't just hide messages. They build trust. They move armies. And now they move money. In part 2, we'll follow the story of cryptography as it takes its next leap, from protecting secrets to powering a new kind of financial system. Please like and subscribe, stick around, and continue being curious about money.